Yes, people, welcome to the Couch Pundits in our first ever podcast. With me, you've got manager, man like Jord in the top left. You've got Arsenal fan, Will. Jord's a Chelsea fan, and obviously, as you can see, I'm a Spurs fan. In this podcast / video series that we're doing, we're just going to be talking about football, our three teams, what's going on in the Premier League, and all things football. So make sure you jump in the comment section down below if you've got any things you want us to talk about, or let us just hear your comments in the section down below. Okay, so first topic we're going to be talking about is squad depth. So, Will, you were talking about squad depth. Go on, what do you mean?
Yeah, so what I found quite interesting is just like right now, unfortunately, we're not able to talk after the game, but the Man City match, before they started, Pep Guardiola came out and said, we can't play with the same intensity that we played, same as Liverpool. Liverpool said, we can't play with the same intensity as we played on the weekend. So chances are we are going to be fielding our academy players. It kind of shows, it's a bit of an odd one. So they're either flexing that they've got depth, right? Or they're flexing that cup doesn't really mean much to them, right? Yeah. Saying that, though, I haven't really seen out of the big six sides a team that's actually fielded their 100% squad on this Carabao Cup. I didn't get to see the full Man United squad, but I say Arsenal. In our first 11, we had Maitland-Niles playing on that right wing back, who's not in our first 11. In the centre back role, we had Rob Holding. Then we had David Luiz play. David Luiz is not first team choice. Kolasinac, he obviously just came in to replace Tony, but he's definitely not first pick. The likes of Bukayo Saka, he's not first pick. However, he is first pick standard. Yes. So this is the thing where it gets a bit different now. Like, we're playing a second squad. Then we have the likes of Nketiah up front, Pepe, and we also had Joe Willock playing in. So that was like the interesting one. Like, these are players that are not first team players, but it was also a very strong team where they can field first team within our squad. So it was just like, you could tell that we weren't gunning for that cup. At the same time, we fielded a very strong squad. And it was seen out of the other teams who they fielded, because it kind of shown what they were expecting from that cup or how seriously they were taking that cup.
Yeah.
Because in respect to your teams, obviously Tottenham didn't play, but Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea. Yeah, but Chelsea. What do you reckon to Chelsea's squad? Because Chelsea.
What against Barnsley?
Yeah. The hat trick.
The thing I actually watched that. I watched the interview Lampard took. I think before the game, and basically what he said is, they asked him that question. He said, "What are you going to do about the Barnsley game? It's come at the right time. You've got your new players coming in." He said, realistically, because of obviously what's happening with COVID, the bubble, they can't bring in new players. They can't bring in the new academy players because they have to stay in their certain places. So he'd have loved to brought in, academy players, but he's not able to. So he had to bring out the players that he brought out. And he said for that reason, it was more about gaining fitness. Obviously, he wants to win the game, but it was more getting the players out there. And he put out the team he put out. That could have been a team playing against anyone realistically in the Prem. Like we had Aspil, Tomori, Silva, Emerson, Ross Barkley, Kovacic, Hudson-Odoi, Havertz, Mount, Abraham, Caballero, and Net. That team's not someone you'd really put against Barnsley. Yeah. But obviously with Lampard, he wants to win he wants to win every cup. Yeah. He said that because in his career as well, when he played, he was always wanting to win all the little cups, like, the FA Cup. He won it so many times, and he just wants obviously them to do it as well. So I think with that team, you can see what Lampard wants. He wants to win the cup. Like, he wants to win every cup that he goes into.
Makes sense.
And he's showing it with the people that he put on in that game.
No, yeah, we're the same, because when I watched Mourinho talking, it was like, obviously we paid, I think it was like 5,000 to Leyton Orient to get COVID tests, right? So they weren't, the the little teams aren't really getting COVID tests like that. We paid them to get it done because Levy was like, I don't want my team getting exposed to it for the Premier League. So imagine like 2 weeks off for all you big team players that could fuck up like the whole league.
Yeah.
Paid them, and it was like 18 of their players came back positive. So there was no way that
Game over.
It's mad. But like, there's no way that you can go ahead and actually play with that 18 go ahead. So like, we got the buy. They missed out on like £100,000 worth of TV rights because it was going to be on Sky. But like, I think Levy reimbursed them the money. Tottenham fans went on the website, bought Leyton Orient kits. They raised like 30,000, I think it was. So although we got a buy, we helped them out with like the money. But at the same time, like, we imagine if we had actually played that game. We've just played tonight. We've just played in the Europa. So imagine we played yesterday. No, we'd have played Tuesday, had a day off, and then flown out to like wherever they're playing now. Just like the schedule for all teams at the minute is just
it's mad.
It's mash up.
Yeah.
Teams.
I think for you guys as well, anyone playing Tottenham, it's no longer just about football, right? You're now thinking about your health because you guys, you are that person that you see on Snapchat, always doing this partying and at some different club, and you're like, if anyone's gonna catch COVID, it's them. Like, you guys.
Yeah, we're everywhere. Like the next game, Newcastle away. Like, we've got no home games. Home games are just
madness.
We're on the road every 2 minutes.
On the road, because by the chances, it's probably smart for you guys to come straight from a Europa League game to Newcastle instead of flying into London to drive up.
Just fly to Newcastle, get a hotel, and just chill.
Just chill,
Recover. But no, I know you're saying all these like teams are fielding little squad, like Liverpool, like Jurgen saying he's playing little squad. Minamino's got a hat trick tonight. Like, you have to keep your eye on these ballers because they're coming through and they'll. Like,
Curtis Jones has got two. He got a goal, didn't he, against the game today, didn't he?
Well, what was the final score for the Liverpool game?
He's still going. It's like
I think it's still on, but Curtis Jones has got. When I looked last, he got two. He got two.
Well, Liverpool dangerous. They're breeding talent.
Yeah, so it's mad.
And also with the Man City games, it's still 1-1 because I was
1-1. Yeah,
still
1-1 at the moment. So
that's a tough fixture though against Bournemouth.
It is.
I mean, because it was a bit of an odd one. Because even just like say for our fixture, it felt like an easy yet hard game because they did field a not a full squad, but it was, in comparison to us, it was more of their first team players. If I was to name through their players that they'd fielded there, what do you call it?
Let's have a look.
They had like literally quite a lot of their
they got James Maddison.
Yeah, James Maddison.
Albrighton was playing as well. Got Fuchs centre back. Gray, and they had a few of their first team players playing there.
Yeah, so they did actually, but it was very weird. It was also like a lesson that I've never seen before. They kind of played with no heart, like, because for the team that we fielded, we should have really got. Like, being honest with you, it wasn't a serious side that had gelled or played together properly. Because that's one thing that I am always saying that the players that teams are actually fielding these days, it doesn't matter. It's how well they play together that's big. All these little teams that are coming up with players that a lot of people don't know, but are giving big teams problems. The pure fact that they're playing with the system and playing regularly with each other is massive. So
you can see that with Leeds, the way the Leeds is. Bielsa's just made that team something else.
No, it's ridiculous.
But now,
So that's what I'm just finding interesting to see. As games go by, what teams are going to actually decide to stick around for that cup and see how long they
Well,
can
yeah.
go.
Tottenham have got Chelsea next, so
I think it's Wednesday. If I remember.
games coming thick and fast. So it's either you beat us or we beat
Oh
you.
yeah, because even even with us, so if Liverpool finish this game as a win, we've got Liverpool again.
Imagine.
Have
Obviously,
you got Liverpool twice?
Liverpool are winning. They ain't
Yeah.
losing.
So it's
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
And then it's whether do you guys put a strong team out and then risk losing a point in the Premier League when you're fighting for fourth, or what do you do? Like, do you go for a trophy or fight for the league, or is it too early to be saying that?
I think best option is getting a cup, realistically. Because obviously we know
Are Arsenal in
it's
Europa?
kind of like,
Yeah, we qualified before you guys, didn't we?
Because you won the cup, didn't you?
Of course. And this is the thing. knowing your cups is a very important thing. No point you say, yeah, we're chasing cup football when you're not chasing the right cup. Because we chase Carabao when
that's what I was
fail
thinking.
in FA, then stop it.
Because you can't, you can go for a more, but you can't at the same time.
no.
You go for a more, you can mess up your whole season. So you have to
focus.
Look, tactically, do you go for Europa to try it? Because then you can ease off the Premier League and you can go for the Carabao and the Europa, and then you can get Champions League for the Europa, and you can get a cup as well from like the Carabao or the FA Cup. Like,
yeah. But is what it. Yeah. So what was the next one? The next one was transfer rumors. Completed future signings.
yeah. So because I know Chelsea just made 2, haven't they? They just announced their 2.
Yeah. So it's a transfer rumors. Or well, I say completed. Obviously, we just brought in Mendy.
What do you rate? Have you seen any videos of him?
I did. As soon as I heard the rumors, I watched some YouTube clips straight onto YouTube to watch watch the clips.
Call a YouTube side.
Yeah. I was like, I've never heard this guy.
The hero. You know when there's a picture of the player and then your team's badge and it says "Welcome to Chelsea."
Yeah, welcome to Chelsea. So now I pulled that up, and he seems pretty good. His command is a lot like anything's better than Kepa at the moment. So, but he looks to be commanding in the in the box. Takes control of corners, which we used to have with Courtois. We lost it. We've lost it since he's gone. Only issue I did have with him, he seems to punch it out a bit. So if he comes in, he does tend to punch, which with our defence at the moment, not the best thing to be doing. But with Czech mentoring him, I'm sure Czech will sort out any issues with that. And obviously, rumours. There's Declan Rice, who obviously Lampard has been looking for since the start of the transfer, and he's been trying to get in. Obviously, West Brom wants something silly like 70 mil to bring him over. And
is that just because he's English, do you reckon? Because he's all right,
yeah,
but he's not.
I know he's not. Obviously, he's not. Nowhere near that. And I think obviously he paid too much for Chilwell as well, which just
I would say he is the next best thing to John Henderson. I'm not saying these guys are world beaters, but they're golden boys, and it just works to have such a player in the squad. Hence why Maguire went for so much.
Yeah.
They are English decent talent, got a decent age on them, money.
Yeah. So he's looked at that. Obviously, the players brought in the Saar centre back. They've looked at sending on loan, which I don't know if that really makes sense. To be honest, I think he needs to stay with Chelsea and integrate with our team.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. We're needing defenders. We're bringing them in, and we're just sending them off.
Or
Doesn't make any sense.
Lampard needs to play Tomori because
Yeah,
Tomori.
yeah, best defender we've got realistically, bar obviously Silva, Tomori. He's playing people like Christensen and Rudiger over.
How long do you reckon Silva's got left? How old is he? 35.
36. I don't know. He looked. He looks still sharp. He's played in a final.
I'd give him 2 years max.
Yeah.
However, it's his role is much deeper than a player. It's more of the mentorship.
Like Vincent Kompany, Man City.
So important. Correct.
Yeah.
And David Luiz at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Can't underestimate that because these guys are winners.
Yeah.
Right. Winners at the top level. So having that in the dressing room, different class.
Yeah.
And that's what I reckon that he's taking our Saw to Garden Lum, because even for us when we was struggling for centre backs last year and we'd loaned Saliba back, there's something that Wolves we don't know that happened, but the experience, I'm saying Premier League is tough. It ain't no easy league to just come and jump into. Like, you've got to be hitting the ground and running.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
To even enjoy your football, let alone do well.
You got to think, even though they're coming from a new country, they're not even settled in the area, and they're just expected to play the best football.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like
food yet.
Yeah, we bought in. I don't know if you guys know, we bought in another centre back from Barcelona. I think it's called Xavier. Apparently quoted as the next Van Dijk. He's 18.
So you guys have broken all financial fair play.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Stop. When that court case drops, you guys are catching a case.
But you think about it, obviously, there's two of those players were free. I'm not sure what the Xavier went for. Probably not too much. Obviously, there's Havertz who came in 80 million plus add-ons. Mendy 22 mil. Werner about.
Yeah, do you know? Because where I say your problem lies is like Arsenal. Do you know right now, even though the money situation is a problem, that's not even still our only problem. We are not really, or we don't have the space to take players in at the moment because we've got too many abroad players on our payroll. So that's where I'm like, Chelsea, they're surely going to have to get into a problem here because these signings, they're not homegrown or even from...
That's probably why he wants Declan Rice bad. Because who have you got as English? You've got
we've got Chilwell, Loftus, Abraham, Mount, Callum.
To be fair, you've not got that. It's not that bad.
There's a few players in there.
It's not terrible.
I think
yeah.
Tottenham's at the minute. We've got Eric Dyer, Joe Hart, Dele Alli,
Gareth Bale. Bear in mind, once they've left and they've come back, but they're still home, bro.
Yeah.
So, you are laughing.
Yeah. I've looked at a few things as well. Arsenal looking at Jorginho.
Yeah, no. That one baffled them, but that was because we was also... It's this whole Guendouzi saga. So what have you seen from when it started 2 days ago? It was heard that you guys wanted Guendouzi. So the rumours from a very credible source was you were sending Kante our way and you think Guendouzi.
No.
Now.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Look at Will. Will's licking his lips like this.
Right? As anyone that has a brain, you would laugh and go, that's stupid. However, this has been heard on multiple occasions. And I don't know if there's even any slight pinch of truth in that. Whoever's mustering up this transfer is a madman.
No, because it doesn't make sense. The last time I watched Chelsea, Kante ran the show. Kante he runs every midfield.
Lampard said he's not going. Like he's people keep Inter tried to swap him for Eriksen, and I looked. I was like,
Doesn't make sense.
Eriksen for
He's not player
Kante,
for
like
player.
they're not
He's
even the same player.
Doesn't
It
even
doesn't
make
make any
sense.
sense. I was just like, we don't need that kind of player.
Yeah,
We-
Tammy Abraham also. That's one person that I saw linked. I don't know how I feel about Tammy. I mean,
I'd take
he's a
Tammy at
baller.
Tottenham. I'd take
Yeah,
Tammy at Tottenham.
he's definitely a baller. You see,
Chelsea don't want to do any work with Tottenham because Roma.
it's just we don't really. Our situation is we just need money. We don't need the shopping of the players unless it's an actual transfer target.
Yeah.
Because that's a problem that we're ensuring right now with Torreira. Fortunately, I say fortunately, it kind of isn't and is. With Suarez gone to Atletico, he is pushing to get Torreira, because obviously playing for the same nation. But it's still on a loan option, loan with no obligation to buy. So it kind of kills our
or miss, isn't it? If he slaps,
goal of looking to sign Partey, because like we say, we need money. With Partey's release clause at 45 mil, and them wanting to loan with not even an obligation to buy, it moves us no step forward to actually buying Partey, and they don't want to do a swap deal. They said, we're not doing any deal that's going to Partey. We just want Torreira.
We just. Yeah, no. I saw
That's
Jorginho.
Arsenal, these guys, they have no negotiating business brain. These guys, I don't know how they do football, but they do football like madmen. It's literally like getting a refund. 15 to 62 working days. It's just horrible.
So I'm thinking with yourself, Tottenham, Bale on loan. What do you think? What do you think to that?
Game over. There's no other way to say it, right? Like, obviously, we'll give him till, I'd say, end of October, and he'll start.
Yeah.
He'll start probably getting a good 45 minutes, because how Mourinho likes to integrate the squad. He's not going to. He's already said as well. It's like, yeah, I've always wanted Bale. I tried to sign him at Real Madrid. I tried to sign him at Man United. Fortunately, I can finally get him at Tottenham. However, Bale's not playing because Bale is Bale. Bale is playing because Bale is playing better than everyone else. Like, he's already said.
Yeah.
Bale didn't jump straight into this. Like Mourinho with big names. No one's a big name.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it doesn't matter to him.
So I think give him till end of October, and you'll just see like the old Gareth Bale. Like, it's going to be disgusting because you got Kane. Like me and Will was talking about the other day, you're gonna have Kane as like a false nine, like his new role. Then you're gonna have Son and Bale just in front of him. So then you're gonna drop off to Mark Kane. You're gonna drop off to Mark Son and Bale, and Kane put it top bins. And then close down Kane and leave Son or Bale. And he's gonna ping it to one of them, and they'll just stick it top bins. So our front three is probably one of the scariest front threes in Europe, definitely.
Yeah, well, like I've just seen his goal assist today.
Kane and Son over the last 2 games have got 12 goals in between them.
Yeah, it's silly.
Ridiculous.
It's not okay.
So, but we want that Skriniar from Inter. Yeah. We put a bid in for him. Personal terms have agreed, 47 million. So apparently he's meant to be arriving. He looks a bit clumsy on the videos I've watched, but he's like a young Toby Alderweireld. He's tall, strong. He reminds me of like Van Dijk. He's like composed. He's got like, diagonal pass across the pitch.
Yeah.
So he looks good. And then Milik as a second striker for Kane, because we've still not even got a second striker. So we need a second striker. That's why I said I'd take Tammy, but obviously Chelsea don't deal with Tottenham.
Yeah. I just don't see. I don't see Tammy. If anyone's going to go, it's going to be Giroud. Not that I would like him to go. I think he's looking at Italy.
Cruel for him to go anywhere in England now.
Yeah,
he's tossed pillar to post.
I think he's going. He's linked to Juve now.
Makes sense. He's still got that skill because Giroud's so
serious baller.
He's so good.
Yeah, like came on. He played, I think, 10 minutes. He was on the pitch. No, it's Barnsley, but he came on and got had one shot, goal.
Yeah, he's still a baller. He's he's undefendable. He just does little things. You'll see him like talking to the defenders and stuff, and then next thing you know, he's scored and he's laughing with them. He's like, he's just a different kind of baller. He's different.
Yeah. Do you rate him? Think.
Do you know the one that I don't rate? Do you know?
What?
FIFA. That is what I found a violation. I know.
This year's FIFA 21.
I am still very, very emotional.
You're stressing about these.
Stressing.
What?
The FIFA
lifestyle and these ratings. Nah, injustice. That's what you call injustice.
Why do you reckon they lowered all the players that much? Like, because where did you even finish in the league?
They've lost the plot.
Where did you finish in the league?
I can't even remember. Was that
just confabulated? My man's like, I don't.
What was that?
I don't know.
Don't make me do it, Sean.
I can't even remember. Where did
Tottenham finish? Like 8th or 9th.
Where did Tottenham finish?
I think we finished 7th or 6th. We finished 6th.
Yeah, you finished 7th, bro. Because
and it was Leicester.
Yes, you finished 7th. Don't try to be giving yourself stripes.
I don't know even who came 6th then.
It was
because Leicester were 5th.
Wolves, I believe so. Wolves, because then who came 5th? That was Leicester.
So
Leicester came.
We came 6th.
You came 7th.
Where's Wolves then?
Yeah, we came 6th. Wolves came 7th. Arsenal came 8th.
Oh, okay. So we're the ones that knocked Wolves out of Europa then.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Okay.
They've got nothing to focus on, and with their team that they're building at the minute, they could be a problem.
Yeah.
I know Man City dusted them off, but
it's funny though because it's just like that right back position. It's a very interesting one. Smedo. There's a reason why Barcelona let him go. He's pacey and he's a rated talent, but I don't know. He's a bit of a dark horse. I don't know what to expect from him.
Yeah, but right, if you think about it, the way that Wolves played, look at Doherty, for example. He
doesn't like to stay back. He doesn't like to stay back.
Yes, but then there's a difference because Doherty likes to fly forwards. Smedo, he doesn't actually fly forwards. He's just fast, right? But he's not a deep lying wing back as such. He's more of a covering like wing back, should I say, as opposed to in the sense that, how can I say, when his centre backs go missing, he's the perfect cover.
Yeah,
that's why they played 2 different games there. That's what it's interesting. We'll just have to see how these are.
Because you know what Nuno's like. Like you said, stat buster Jota. Like you won't think of that. That came out of nowhere as well. Like Jota to Liverpool, and then and now they're looking to replace him with like a 50 million signing. Apparently, they've been offered Douglas Costa from Juve.
They get him. Wow. I've always wanted to see him in Prem.
No, he reminds me like Lucas though. You know, like Lucas for us. I always wanted to see Lucas.
Yeah, no, I was only see him in the Prem and then he fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. Maybe it'd be different. Yeah. So what was the next thing? Yeah. So up and coming fixtures, I think.
Upcoming fixtures.
So
what we in terms of that, like
Premier the next weekend, what have we got now? So obviously we've got the big header going on. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Obviously that's the major game. The only game that matters. There's a lot of teams playing around that.
I beg you take points out of Liverpool. I beg you draw. I don't want you to win because it'll gas you up. You'll be like, Arteta's come in, Gabriel's he'll be gassed. So I don't want Arsenal to win.
Yeah,
Well, we're 2-3 anyways. Last 2 times we played them, so if we lose, and that's what we call charity, giving back.
Oh my! Look at him making excuses already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because even I heard man like Troops when I was watching what people's predictions are. Same as what he said. As long as we don't get a big loss, then you got to remember, you got to respect these guys. These are the current champions. You understand? Like, it's not like we're playing any old team. Same as you guys, right? You guys lost 2-0. Yet at the same time, you have to look at that team and go, wow, I'm scared of us, because they lost 2-0 and it wasn't really a loss. Factoring in the penalty that was missed and the mistake by Kepa.
I watched that game and I thought, when I saw 2-0, I think, you know what? How did we not lose by more?
Yeah.
Red card. We missed the penalty. Like, we could have brought it back. Could have been 1-1.
It could have been 1-1 easily.
Literally simple.
I just want my team to put a good account for themselves, because, like I say, they're the champions. They can't win and then we be like, oh, we played. No. Just as long as we play our game and we don't get hammered.
Yeah, do your job. If there's goals where it's just moments of brilliance from Liverpool, then you just have to respect it. Like, if it's mistakes that burns more, like Kepa's mistake, it hurts because it's like it's avoidable.
Wow. Yeah.
Saying that though, I predicted a 3-1 win to Arsenal.
What, against Liverpool?
Yeah. 3-1. Wow. Yes, Brazy. You heard it here first.
Why?
Why
3-1? Okay. Why? Break it down for me. I don't get it.
3-1.
Break it down.
You're not seeing Mane or Salah scoring any goals?
With your chest. Did you not see that Liverpool brought off Virgil van Dijk at half-time and said they're resting him for Arsenal?
Of course, we rested our full squad as well. So, because we didn't... Are you talking about on the weekend against Chelsea, or are you talking about...
No, against...
that's what I was saying. We didn't play a single...
they didn't play their team.
Not a single player. The only player that we played was Bernd Leno.
True, but do you not think they're not gonna put more than one goal back? With Leno as well. Take Leno.
Liverpool can get 3. Liverpool used to be the team that outscored you, right? Like, and not just Arsenal, just any team. They'd play to outscore you, and then they just the whole defense. And now they do.
100%, right? I mean, like, it's just a bit different now with the whole, because the goalkeeper situation is a whole different situation commanding from the back. But what I've always said is, against the big teams or teams that play a pressing football, we open them like butter. Right now, if you watch our games, for the pure fact that our game developed from the back, and they're so confident from playing from the back. So when you press us, from playing from the back, it becomes an overload of your front loaded. So our counter-attack, because we've got such pace and such build-up football, goals it's not a problem for us. If you push forward, goals not a problem for us. And because we're so deep, defending is not that bad, because we're defending by numbers now. You now have to be pinpoint, because it's not even a case of you actually like scoring. You have to actually beat the players that are standing in front of the goal. The ball has to somehow pass these players and pass the goalkeeper when you've got like 15 people in the box.
No, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As opposed to the goals that you guys scored on the weekend, it's one-on-one. One-on-one is different. Trying to score when you're outside the box, 7 people inside the box, and you've got the keeper, unless you get a lucky deflection. I just say, you just wait and see. That's all I've got to say.
You're saying 3-1?
No, because you saw what so you say you obviously playing from the back. You saw what what's his name, Sadio Mane did to Kepa.
But this is the thing, it's different. And this is what I've always said. I said, there's a system. If you play with the system consistently and it's something that you're used to, then it's not new to you, right? And breaking down the goals, you have to actually see it properly. Man City and Liverpool. Did you see the 2 goals that we scored against them? Carbon copy.
Yeah.
And I've told you on more than one occasion, watch, but you still haven't watched it. Carbon copy. It's what you call an overload. Now, that is not by chance. You understand? It's not by chance. It's not.
Oh, dear.
and I can only say it so many times, and if you don't want to listen, then that's on you.
Wow. Man's calling you out as well. Okay.
That's all I can say. Same once again in respect to Aubameyang. Aubameyang, it's gotten to a point where I don't even have to say what type of goal he scores. I can say Aubameyang has a trademark goal.
Yeah.
And people
like Van Persie.
Yeah, right. Van Persie had that one over the top. Van Persie's one was special. That one that comes over the top, that volley, you just do something stupid. But yeah.
And then he adapted though when he went to Man U and then he cut it on the left. Every goal was the same. Every goal. And yeah, it's just now like I say, I can say 3-1, 3-1, then we go there and you know how it goes. Same old usual. 5-0. Discipline. These lads lost their heads. You'll get that Scouser outside the stadium going, what's his name? Where he was going, I deal with absolutes.
Yeah, I deal with absolutes. Not ifs, buts, and maybes. And then the fraud Teta banners will start coming out because they'll realise he's a fraud now. But
Ty from Arsenal Fan TV. Virgil van Dijk's a cheat, and then Liverpool get relegated.
No, I don't know. I just don't see. I can see us putting a good account for ourselves. Yeah. It's just, I think Gabriel will hopefully.
No, he's leading the back line for you at the minute.
Back line, 2 games out of 2 man of the match performances. So
could be the signing of the summer.
And he's still 77 rated on FIFA. Nah.
I'm still boiling.
I'm screwing. What do you mean? No.
And then Chelsea got West Brom on Saturday. West Brom, I don't know. Out of all the teams that have come up, they're probably like the most that are going to go down, just for the fact that Fulham and Leeds look very good.
Don't come correct. If you don't come correct, then you're gonna get discipline. Come correct, because West Brom, it's like they don't care.
Dean Garner's good though. Don't get me wrong.
No, they are very this is the thing. They're a good side. At the same time, it's like they go in not looking for a point. They want 3 or nothing. So this is where it's kind of dangerous for some teams where you go, oh, it's little man team, or they're going to play safe football. No, they want 3 points. So so I feel like they are going to take 3 points here and there off some teams, and it's going to hurt some teams big time.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game against Chelsea, because after watching Chelsea versus Brighton looks sick. That Lamptey.
Yeah, to be fair, you've been facing all of them. It's true. Lamptey's a very good player. And that position, there's a lot of England talent that. James, oh my gosh.
No.
Tell us. Break it down, please.
What, James?
Please.
The guys are done.
You watched the Brighton game, innit, where he scored that goal?
Shocking.
Wow. Like, I actually, I think for a sec, I saw that. I can't remember what happened. They scored, and I think I swiped off just to message you guys, and then you guys were like, "Oh, did you see that goal?" And I was like scrambling back to go back on. It scored straight away. I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, and I had to watch it back, and it was ridiculous. Like he's showing. He's put like Aspel has been our main guy for so long, and James is basically just sat there and gone to lamps. Come on, who's playing? And Lampard's like, you. Like, because
he has to get played. He's playing way too well at the minute.
This is the thing that upsets me a bit. You know, if we was to just stick with players that actually have come up through the ranks and have played and trained within England or within our teams, Chelsea would be a very scary squad. The likes of Pardew. It's a shame that obviously he's just younger, because he's a very, very highly rated player in that Wales squad, let alone Chelsea. It's just, going out on loan to get experience.
What about centre mid that you had as well, that he had dreads at one time?
Palmer's. Are you talking about Palmer's? Or are you talking, because there's quite a few players that have.
Are you on about the one who's cut his hair? You're about
Yeah.
Chelsea? Ampadu went to Leipzig and he's gone to Sheffield.
He's a centre back. And
He's
Pardew,
a centre
that's
back,
the one
but
that I was
changed
talking about. He's Welsh.
So he's gone from centre back to he's playing he played CDM for us as well, so he can play both. Yeah, but it's
he
weird.
looks so much cleaner with a haircut.
Yeah,
I think he looks so much cleaner with a haircut.
I think I prefer him as a centre defensive mid, but he's very good with his feet. I think he's better as a clean up player than he is a defender. To be honest with you, I think that'd be his best position. I rate him. I'd have had him stay, but just wanted him on loan in the Prem, so he gets time figuring out how the Prem works. But I think after that loan he'll be in the team straight away.
Before we skip over transfers, we have to talk about one honourable mention: James Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, completely about that guy.
Spectacular.
No,
the guy is silly.
I
watching Everton just to watch him.
But I don't watch Everton.
No.
I don't.
Do you know the worst part is it's the fact that his transfer just over trumps all of the other transfers that they did, because they've done the top 3 transfers of the window. Like within the top 10, you would see Everton more than once.
Yeah,
because the likes of Alan Ducare, these are solid ballers.
And it's actually because I was watching him. I think it was when he was at Bayern. He did the same. He brought Hammers there, and they were playing different kind of football. So he's got a plan, and I think Everton will do bits, because Rodriguez is passing. Oh my! It wouldn't surprise me if Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison are just getting goals this season.
Goal.
There's too many chances for them to miss.
And there's too many providers as well. That's you've got your set piece perfectionist. Then you've got your in-play perfectionist, and all these guys. They really do complement each other, because Amazon really is going to be getting all the balls he wants. Unlike teams like Arsenal or Man United, they've got players that they have to win their own ball and play their own football. James Rodriguez, he can get away with being lazy, because the current animal said, okay, look, relax, big man. Yeah. Let us take the ball. Give man the ball, you just do your job.
It's true, though. It's true. No one's getting past Ducare, and then Alan.
If you get past
Alan,
him,
will sweep up as well.
Composure on the ball as well. Alan's composure, you can put whatever pressure you want on him. Alan's finding the pass. He does the simple things so well.
I think, but no, I think.
Just lucky that they've got Kepa. They're dinosaur arms. Otherwise, Everton would be a very scary team.
So obviously we got West Brom. I don't know what's gonna happen in terms of Kepa can't play. Simple as that. I don't know if Mendy will play, but Caballero, he has to play Caballero, he played against Barnsley, but the guy Barnsley could have scored if you got goals in the first 20 minutes before we scored. He saved us at the start, saved everything, kept a clean sheet as well. So Kepa can't play. It has to be. He has to play. If we don't play him, we'll lose. Simple as that. Kepa will let in 2 goals.
Your keeper's
3.
not very cool.
That's the thing. If Kepa plays, we've lost. It's
7-year contract. Oh my gosh.
7 years. I didn't even know 7 years existed. I can't even lie.
That's how much Lampard.
I've seen his interviews after the game that the reporters are trying to press him about Kepa, and they're like, so what's happening to Kepa? Oh, he's like, I've got trust in him. He is Chelsea's goalkeeper. He's Chelsea's goalkeeper. And I was like, oh, you're not looking at replacements. He's like, no. If there anyone's coming in, it's for competition. And I was like, cool. I was like, come on. Like, I know what you're doing. That you're trying to cover your back. You're bringing in Mendy. He is replacing Kepa. Simple as that. It's not competition. True, yeah. It's not competition. He's gone. It's simple. He's now third fiddle. It goes Mendy, then Caballero, then Kepa. Like,
it wouldn't surprise me if they loaned him out, right? Because it would make sense.
They're gonna have to
loan him out to keep him.
With that many years on his contract, 100%.
No one's buying him.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one's buying him. He's going on loan.
Especially with the price he paid as well, the most expensive keeper.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think if he goes on loan, maybe plays a season or two somewhere else, he gets confidence. But because he pulls out some saves that I'm looking at.
He's a shot stopper. He's a shot stopper. Like,
some saves he pulls. I'm like,
he reminds me of Lloris, right? Lloris, when he was a bit younger, he was so rash. He made so many mistakes. And he got a bit older, won the World Cup, and man, he's probably one of the best keepers in the world. Like, I put him up there.
Yeah.
Got shots.
Kepa could be.
Kepa
could be. That's the thing.
Mistaken.
Just mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. But he could be a top goalkeeper.
Age as well. You've got to take that as a big factor. He's so young.
Especially for keepers, because keepers are normally like go to like 36, 37.
Yeah, he's 24, I think.
Yeah.
He is very young. But he just can't play. He can't play in the Chelsea. Like, the thing is, I watched this thing as well, where I think it was Gary Neville was talking about it after the game. He said, look at all the teams that have won the league, and obviously Chelsea are trying to push for that. Every single person that's won a league has a world class goalkeeper. Like, no one's won realistically without having one. Like, Man United for so long, obviously they had Van der Sar, then they had obviously De Gea when in form, all world class. We had Czech, like we had Courtois.
Even
these are all people
Leicester
that
won the league. Kasper Schmeichel
was on his job.
Bro,
like, exactly.
Yeah, no, he was.
And then it's Alisson.
This is the thing, though. And this is why I rated Martinez so much over Bert Leno, because Bert Leno, he may be more. How can I say? He makes better saves in the sense of TV, with all the dive and whatever. However, a lot of these dives and saves, they actually end up resulting in goals because they dive, but because they don't catch and they have no sense of spatial awareness, these balls get pushed back into danger. Like you were saying, you're worried about Mendy. The ball then goes into a different cycle of play, but you forget because you just focus on the save, got a great save. Go out to a left wing back, the ball comes down, crosses in, goal. Yeah, but then you don't realise that it's come from the irrationality from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
When the goalkeeper could have just held the ball. Very simple.
Yeah.
And that's what took De Gea's game. Remember when De Gea first came? And it was calamity.
Man was
right?
looking like
Kepa punch, all this.
Yeah,
the
two-handed punch.
Yeah.
you know when keepers do this, they need to leave the squad immediately. Immediately.
Not serious.
No.
And then he started catching the ball, and he went from no one to world class.
By catching, by doing his job.
What happened? But this guy just said, you know what? Let me just try to start punching the ball again, and that's commitment down the drain. So
I think if he has a season on loan, gets his confidence back up, comes back to Chelsea.
I rate the qualities he's got. He's just.
Confidence is massive.
Squeaky bum time when he's in there. Squeaky bum.
Yeah, honestly, like I don't. What game was it now? Was it Liverpool? Yeah, it's Liverpool. If you watch it back, the defenders they ran towards him and they saw him wanting the ball to pass it, and they just like nah. They turned back and they didn't pass it in because they were just like, I don't know if I can trust this ball going to Kepa. And then it ended up going out for a throw-in or something because the Liverpool were pressing us. But we couldn't get it out because we couldn't pass it to Kepa because we didn't think if we pass it in, he's probably going to make a mistake.
Yeah.
And so we had to kick it out into a throw-in, which then put us still on the back front. So we were just kind of
You've got to remember, because these guys are just like us, like humans, right? And like the Tottenham documentary, it showed that these guys watch Sky Sports News just like us. So imagine Kepa turned on the TV saying, and once again he's made a clerical, clear stonewall error. Mate, my confidence is going down the jail. Imagine me sitting there with my missus saying, yeah, I'm a sick baller, you know, I had a good training session, turn on the TV, and then she's like, I'm finished. So,
oh dear. Yeah,
I thought you played well today. I did.
They're talking about different Kepa. Yeah, there's a couple out there kicking about, you know.
Man's photo comes up.
He says, no, look at the back of his shirt. It says Ariba Lagaza.
Oh dear.
He could
But
come.
yeah, no, who's
We've got Newcastle. What do you reckon to Newcastle squad?
Imagine man being called Kepa and he's a dead Kepa.
Oh,
That's what makes it.
No, that's
no, I can't believe. I can't believe. He's actually got the word in his name, but he's still dead.
He was actually born to play that role. like, you get me? Like, it's not. This wasn't by chance.
Yeah, no. Let's get off the Kepa. It's getting me a bit. But anyway, Tottenham. Tottenham, Newcastle.
We've got Newcastle. What do you reckon to Newcastle?
I don't even know what
I reckon.
The last game.
Have they won a game?
The last cup game, they smashed it. I think Lascelles was playing well. Joe Linton played well. They played well last game they played. What score was it?
I know.
Obviously not in the Premier League. They got mashed up by Brighton, but Brighton's a good squad.
Yeah, Brighton are a good side. I think the signings they've brought in is progress.
Now, I think this is where your defensive side gets tested, because this is a team like Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are similar in the sense where when the ball's at their feet, very dangerous.
Problem. Alexis Saint-Maximin.
Problem, yes. So that's what's saying. He's a problem. Also in the middle area.
He's like Jermaine Defoe. Reminds me of Defoe. He could pick out a corner.
Yeah. He'll score.
Almiron is a very good runner from deep.
We've also got Dwight Gale. The thing is that he's quite consistent. He looks over, but Dwight Gale gets goals. He's been at what? He was at was he at West Brom before? He just scores goals. This guy.
Yeah, no.
But he doesn't.
It's a shame. I just feel like he's a player that fell off because he was, in my opinion.
When I think of him, I just think of a championship player.
He was, but he was outstanding in the sense where he did his job, right? Like, he was one of those players where I didn't like seeing him, even though he never really scored against us.
He always looks hungry when he plays.
Yeah.
He always looked.
He's just like
he's got a goal in him. He's got a goal in him. Also, so
and you know, and those are the games I hate, because if you hear the commentators say one of those stupid stats like, so this player hasn't scored in 756 minutes, and the last goal that he did score was at White Hart Lane, you know he's scoring.
I hate them, and I know that Tottenham at the minute we're getting to be good, right? We're just gelling at the minute. Like today, we won 3-1, but it was like a rocky performance. Southampton, although scoreline says 5-2, like first half, we could have been. It could have been 3-0. Lloris made amazing saves. We got lucky, but then obviously Mourinho must have just said, "Look at the line, Kane, do your job," and then obviously Son did his job, Kane did his job. So, but like I say, Tottenham at the minute, we've got an outlet. As soon as you get it to our front forwards, we just look like we're going to score. Whereas other teams, they've got to try and break us down. It's very easy. We do need a new centre back, but I think we'll beat Newcastle. I think it'll be a similar situation to Southampton where we might go 1-0 down and we've got to chase the game. But I think we will win.
I don't know. I feel like I'll see a Kane goal straight very early. I don't know. I feel like Kane might get a goal early doors.
Yeah.
don't know why I feel that, but I feel
Tottenham
like
at the
I'll score
minute.
early.
Tottenham at the minute. It's hard to. It just depends how they play on the day. You
Mm.
can't. There's no gel. Like the chemistry at the minute's all over the place. All you know, Kane and Son are going to do a job.
Yeah, 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 exactly. I think Kane will get a goal straight away. Probably not from Newcastle. I'm saying you probably. I don't know. Callum Wilson might get a goal, but I don't know if you knock them straight away. I think you'll keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, that's what I hope.
If you knock them straight away, I think you need to get a goal early, and then you'll keep a clean sheet.
If we get 2-0 first half, the game is done. The game is done.
Yeah. But what do you think of Dele Alli?
So he's obviously he's been linked with PSG and everything, right? So it's a difficult one because if he goes to an English squad, we're going to get racks for him because he's English homegrown. So
yeah,
you get racks. PSG.
Okay, hold on. First of all, how many years has he got left in his contract?
I'm not sure. 2, 3, maybe. It's not like his contract expiring. It's not like there's never been any issue with his contract or anything like that. I think even today in the game, Mourinho was saying, "Fucking hell, Dele, get back, concentrate your attention." He brought him off at half time after he'd had 2 games of rest. So
yeah,
I think
I can't. I watched Dele Alli and I'm just like.
Ever since, right, he got an injury in like 2017, 2018, and he came back and he just looked slow. Like, rather than the quick Dele Alli creative.
Well, I think this is it. I mean, with all this boo-hoo, the nonsense, who else is going to be slow? Man's got all these gums weighing him down. Man needs to relax, focus on his football, get back to top level. To be fair, man's been doing too much fashion shows.
No, it's like Bellerin. He's lost his head.
Head loss.
It's the same thing with no, he's obviously he never really got to the heights of Dele Alli, but Loftus Cheek. Oh boy.
Man put the wave in his hair.
And boy.
He was shining.
Oh boy,
wow.
Really
the thing, I rated him so highly. I like him. He went on loan to.
Injuries killed that boy, though.
Yeah, I think injuries kill players. Injuries do. You can even it's make or break. You come back stronger than ever because you're or you come back broken. You come back a complete player.
The guy in our team, he's making like Ross Barkley look like a champion though. Like Ross Barkley's average in our team, but he plays, and I'm like, put him over Loftus any day. The guy.
I remember.
I don't know what.
He's so powerful as well. Then
he just runs through people, and you watch him Loftus. Like, wow.
It's very dangerous when players get injured, especially within their own environment. Because just imagine if one of us was to get injured, the first thing I'm doing, I'm calling the man around to the house. I'm having a fever session. Yeah, I ain't training. I ain't getting stronger. It's holiday time because these on a normal day won't have time to be doing that. But because I'm injured, of course I'm gonna have my body running. As opposed to say those players have travelled to Germany, like say if that was Sancho injured in Germany, early days I'm talking about. Now obviously he's got boys in that. You still have to stay close to home. Yeah. Where the stadium is because you're still doing rehabilitation. But you're not wasting time thinking about all these parties or actually having all these parties. All the thing you can focus on is getting back to full fitness.
Yeah, it's true.
Distractions, a mad one.
I just don't know. Did Lingard get injured? Because I don't know. Did he just lose his form?
Lingard's just a cancer. Yeah.
Man, dancing all the time. That's what he deserves. It's a warning. It's a warning to all you players out there.
When you start celebrating and doing these
karma,
you get exposed.
Dele
Alli went downhill after this.
Of course. I love it. You get humbled real quick. Pogba, after man started dabbing on the TV.
The only player that has got a celebration that can keep up
Yeah.
with it. Some Mbappe
Yeah.
and Haaland.
No. You have to. It's consistency. Because Haaland, he's doing this. Whether he wins or lose, yeah. Mr. Pierre Aubameyang,
he's doing the
flip.
Yeah, the best one, the Mr. Consistent. This guy, I think he's even got a sense of OCD because even as an Arsenal fan, there's certain things I know he's going to do. If he scores, he's going to the left corner flag and he's going, come on, Ash. Yeah, he was taking a penalty, he's smashing it in the top left-hand corner. Consistency, don't underestimate because it means that you get good at it. Don't be changing up your routine.
Harry Kane's like Shearer. Shearer used to do the point. Do you remember the point for Shearer?
Yeah.
I just used to run the left of the pitch with the point.
Yeah.
Dele Alli. I'd give him this season. If he picks up his performance, keep him. If he doesn't, we're trying to build a Galactico at the minute.
I just can't see why a team like PSG would want.
No,
I don't know what are they watching. What are they watching?
I think they're going to be in for a big rebuild next season because Kylian Mbappe is in constant talks with Real Madrid and Liverpool. Neymar's already in talks with Real Madrid. Like Cavani's already gone. They're going to be in for a big rebuild.
Yeah,
so, we'll see.
With the current squads that you've got now, say if the transfer window shuts right now as we speak, prediction where your team's going to end.
Right now,
I don't want to know who's going to finish above or below you. I just want to know your position.
Right now.
Right now.
Easy. We're coming third.
I would have put Tottenham third as well.
I would have put Arsenal third. Because the only thing is, I say for us, we've actually started. Well, we understand. Like you got the one thing that I say about you guys, as though you may be stronger than us, you still got catching up to do.
Yeah.
Not only in form, but then you've also got to get into form.
Yeah.
Because you guys are still yet to hit your form. Your form is very dangerous. Once you've hit your form, it's game over. But you still yet to hit your form.
We've not hit, because
exactly.
None of our teams played together really. We've had in the 3 games 3 different teams basically.
And if we get into that situation also where by the time you've hit top form, where we've hit good form, you're now playing that game where we go lose.
Yeah.
And then you have to make sure you win. That's why I say, in essence, we are in the front foot.
However, you're not in the Europa yet. You've not played Europa. Whereas Tottenham, our games are coming thick and fast. So when you say we're hitting form, we've got so many games to like warm up players, get players integrated. I can see us hitting form very quick.
It's true.
Then I can see you get injured real quick too.
This is why if the transfer window shut and Harry Kane got injured and Son picked up an injury, our season's finished. But we need to make sure.
To be fair, actually, even then, I said, I'd say 4th. If the transfer window shut today, I'd say 4th. Pushing it 5th. We really need to make the signing. We need central midfield. Something. We need to offer something, Carl.
So what? Where are you saying if you had no more signings right now? Where would
if we had no more signings right now? I'd say 4th.
I'd say
no more signings.
I'd say 3rd for Tottenham, just because we've got Bale and Reguilon at the minute. They're not even playing. Like they're probably could be the biggest transfers of the summer. Like we've got Harry Kane and Son smashing it. So even if Harry Kane and Son got injured and we played Bale up front on his own, he runs Wales. Man took Wales to the European whatever.
Seems like the form around because like say someone like Wilfried Zaha. Do you know I rate him highly. There's something about him that evidently, obviously, doesn't get him that killer move. But he's the person that, like, he carries a team on his back by himself.
No, he does. He really does.
Like, and to the point where I'm like, I'd really put him on importance level, Gareth Bale-esque. This man really does it by himself. He's not like, oh, I'm bringing players in and 1-2 and it's a team effort. No, the boy just says, give me the ball at my feet. Let me do my thing. Bang, bang. Let's celebrate as a team, even though I did it. Yay, high five.
I don't know. I think Tottenham. I don't know. I don't know if I'd see them third with the team that you've got. Just with look at the defense. You've not changed your defense really. You got left back, brilliant.
We need now. If we get Skriniar, Toby Skriniar regular.
I remember what I said.
But this is cut off. This is cut off though. This is your team, your current team.
This is
why you think about it.
Revise my answer.
Yeah, that doesn't mean Wolves thinking if he brings in the other thing, then they're contending for third. That's what he's thinking.
However,
obviously with yours, if you bring in defenders, maybe a contender for third. But if you look at ours, our transfer's done.
Your window's
like, today.
It's finished.
You guys met deadline day.
Yeah, our deadline day is done. We've got Mendy. That's all we really needed. Like that was it. So all we need to do now is gel. So that's why I'm saying
that's all
it's just gel. We don't need any more players. So that's
because what's worrying about us is
team.
It's not about gelling. You've gelled.
You've gelled. Right?
Yeah.
You need the players now.
So we can't really get any better. The only way we can get better is if we improve player-wise.
Or if the young boys come up and they're just... Because Eddie Nketiah's doing bits for you guys.
He's doing bits. At the same time, though, he's not scoring any more than Lacazette. You understand? So there's nothing that you can actually say there. You can't say, because they've scored so many goals. Like, you can't take Lacazette out of the team.
Yeah.
So this is...
That's where I'm coming at, and that's why I think... Obviously, if you put Arsenal against Chelsea right now, we're probably going to lose just because we're not at the point.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it's not.
I'm not 100% that you'll lose, but the likelihood is
more on you at the point. Even if we go against Tottenham, I'm probably looking at my team like, are we going to win? Like, but last season when I looked against Tottenham,
all our teams when we go against each other. I'm looking at every team like, oh my God, this is, and you're doing the same to our team. Like, Joe's looking at Arsenal and Tottenham like, shit. Will's looking at Tottenham and Chelsea like, shit.
Yeah, because we look at the way that we look at Liverpool and Man City is very different the way we look at, because we look at Liverpool and Man City like, system-wise, we can beat them. Quality-wise, we're beat. Right? Same, and it's the same as when we look at you, but you guys now, system-wise, will go, we will beat you. On our day, you're finished.
Yeah.
But then we look at them and go, the predictability, you are too unpredictable that we can't even go in with a system.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
So at least with Man City and Liverpool, we know these guys are going to press. So we just need to defend with our life and score.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You guys, we don't even know what we're going to expect. We just go into the presentation to be like, come on, boy, let's play it. Let's go. Yeah.
I just can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the team. So I'm just thinking, scoring last season for us wasn't an issue. That's the thing as well. And we brought in, 3? Like, I think the stats were silly. Like, them 3 people.
It's mad because Chelsea...
Ziyech, Werner... Yeah, Ziyech, Werner and Havertz put together, they were doing their stats and they had like 90-something goals and assists in their collective, league. And we were scoring a lot. We weren't like, I think we were just behind, obviously, the top team, Man City and Liverpool, for goals.
You'd put money on Werner getting, I'd say, about 7 penalties this year, minimum.
Yeah.
That boy penalties, they're like...
He's won us 2 penalties already in 2 games. So the guy, you know what I mean? Silly. It's just silly, but I think as soon as that team gels, wow.
No, that's why I said at the start before we.
It's game over. Game over.
If Chelsea can gel, they can get the system right.
Scary.
Their team.
Yeah, our team's going to be challenging. They can challenge anyone if they play together well. They can challenge anyone like that. Anyone. It doesn't matter who we go against. I'll look at the team and be like, I would not be bothered who we go against.
Scared.
I would not be scared against anyone. But
very technical team.
Yeah. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. I'm just happy we got a goal. I'm just happy we got a goalkeeper that's not going to be leaky. Like that's one thing I know we're not going to have. That's what we needed. So less goals. I'm happy with that. So obviously manager tactics. So I don't know how Arsenal obviously. Let's go to the big man. Willman's been talking about tactics.
Yeah.
So let's go with you. So what do you think to Arteta's tactics in the three games?
Now we all know what Will's going to say. Arteta's changed the way Arsenal play football.
Thing is, yeah, because there's no surprise. Like it's not like I'm talking facts here. We went from the second most vulnerable team in the back to now being the fourth safest team in the back, behind the likes of Man City, Liverpool. There was like a mid-table team in there. Then it came us, right?
But because last season they were silly.
Wow, we was actually, so there was the only team that was like worse than us at the back. It was a team that got relegated. That's how many goals we was letting in. Was sad, but now just the system of being able to play at the back, having more confidence, and also the ball, right? It's used better. Because one thing that used to be so frustrating watching Arsenal.
To Arsenal, you can tell he's been like mentored.
Man City,
yeah, you can tell there's something, and even then, what's even so surprising is for such a short career, I don't know where he's got all this knowledge from. Because actually remember, he's been in the managing game for a very short period of time.
He was a very good football player. Even
intelligent, everyone did always say he was just one of those born with the football brain.
Arteta, he was just a baller, just a baller. So it doesn't surprise me that he's got people who sees like his record and just be like, yeah, I'll listen to you. He brings hope, and even the way he's got the players gelling, you see he's shaking the hands every 2 minutes. He's on the edge of the touchline doing all this. Come close, yeah. You reeling off tactics every 2 minutes, like you can just tell.
This is the thing that I find quite, how could I say, mash up about the way that we play. Now, the full 11 squad, the high work rate, defense and attacking. But now there's too many players that actually like to get sucked into very funny positions where we're not even playing a formation no more. Because Willian, I love him and all, but Mango's missing.
Kolasinac.
No, Kolasinac is not a first-team player, so I can't. I don't
really game started.
He comes in and he does a job that he's asked. Is he good at it? In my opinion, no. But I can't complain. The man's asked to do his job. He does his job. You see me? But Willian, I say next time when he plays, just watch and you'll see what I mean.
It'll be difficult though against Liverpool because
he shifts from left to right, back to front, and I love that. At the same time, you should now kind of respect other players because now you're coming into my workspace. You understand? It's like working in the office. Man's coming and answering your phone calls, taking your pen, your paper. I'm like, yo, respect my space, man. You shouldn't do what you're trying to shut me up, trying to embarrass man. Like, I get it. Man likes to work hard.
Yeah, no.
Work hard in your own area, then that's more than enough for me. The only thing that he's surely looking to do is take my salary as well. Man's coming in, saving the ball with his hands, rolling the ball out. That's what it feels like. I'm watching Willian play. Man works too hard, and it sounds like a silly phrase, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like a silly phrase, but it then takes out of where he needs to be. He's an attacker. He should be showing those attacking options, but he picks the ball from so deep that he's like, William! And then he's like, oh, I'm William. You understand what I'm saying? So, as opposed to someone like Lacazette, his unselfishness and high work rate, it works for other people because it's providing space and it's bringing other people into the game. As what Harry Kane did and why Son managed to get 4 goals. Harry Kane, evidently, there was something that said to him to say, look, you need to now become the unselfish person and you need to realise that you're the martyr, right? This man then started making these runs where he'd drift out to the right and the centre-backs were lost. So they were looking left when Heung-min Son was running from behind them. It was only Kyle Peters that could actually stop him. And even then, it's too fast. And all those goals will come like from that unselfish play. And that's why Lacazette is so important.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I don't know. It's just, like I say, it's just so interesting. I mean, there's even some people to this day that I don't know what they're doing, but I just say, carry on, Carl. There's not much I can complain about, but I'm still a bit confused to what you're actually playing sometimes. Saka's one of those. It helps that he's a very good player.
Saka as well, you're right. I know everyone raves on about him, right? And evidently he's doing his job. He's very well. He's a very good player. But you know when he touches the ball and stuff, is it just me or does he?
Yes. He's very like he runs like he looks like off of Forrest Gump, right? When he's like, run, Forrest, run.
Yeah.
Like his running style is so unpleasant to see. But there's.
Do you remember when Sterling was like first at Liverpool and
he had that,
and he couldn't kick the ball properly and stuff?
No.
Like this is what Saka is, but evidently Sterling he was a baller. So Saka,
Yeah.
I don't know. This, yeah, so I just say it's just very weird. I don't know how we are doing so well, or how we're doing as well as we are doing. But it's testament, I guess, to Arteta.
Yeah. What do you think to Aubameyang, obviously on the wing?
Gabriel, my guy, Mr. Firmino Teeth himself. This guy's incredible. I think he can be very, very good. However, he's got a big mistake in him, Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel.
Yeah. It's going to come a time when the Premier League's going to catch up with him. Because this always happens. He's in his honeymoon period. Man's enjoying his football, man's having all these man of the match performances. And then it's going to come, that day is going to come, and it Premier League hits him.
When it hits him.
Yeah.
It could be Liverpool.
This is where, David Luiz is going to be very, very important. Because David Luiz needs to tell him in Brazil, or Portuguese, oh, relax. Tranquila, as they say. Tranquila. It's very easy to lose your head, you see me? Southampton, evident of it. That man was suffering from head loss.
No,
when I was watching the game, I had to pause it because I was thinking, what the hell? Looking at the screen like this, no cap. These guys had no head on the top. You just see brain in the top. These guys are playing some headless football. So, I think the big game. I actually think that for some reason, he's once again gonna be very, very important. But I think he's gonna come undone from just the fatigue of playing regularly, high intensity. That's where I feel like it's gonna kill him, and then from then on, plummet. But I don't know. We'll just see how he goes. But tactic-wise, I feel so confident Arsenal right now. It's because we are playing Arsenal DNA football, passing football, and passing with purpose. Because this is what I was saying before. Now Arteta, he encourages the ball going from wing to wing, which we used to play under Arsene Wenger, but we never used to get any shots off. That used to be so frustrating. I'm like, why are you passing?
Yeah, you used to be passing into the net. See?
Passing for passing's sake, that saying. It was generally just passing. I'm thinking, what's going on? But Arteta says, keep going. Because then you then find that, because everyone is alert, everyone is constantly got their wing mirrors on, thinking, okay, as soon as this player comes out, it may not come out position the fourth time it comes to this side, but the fifth time it comes, he's so tired or so switched off that I'm going to put the ball through.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll just have to see how well these tactics happen, because we haven't faced a big side yet.
We have to see, because obviously the Liverpool wins in the cup and stuff, and then
it's different, complete different football.
So it'll be very good to see in the league where Liverpool, obviously, they're defending the champion.
Yeah, like, they're going to be playing differently.
They're not playing to. They're going to be showing out. They're going to be coming. They're going to now. Arnold Trent, and he's got that saying, "Come on, then." Like, you know that they're going to come for you, so it'll be very interesting. If you can do it against Liverpool, that third that you were saying earlier,
it's finished.
Yeah, could happen.
Because if you get your first loss, everyone's on the same playing field, except for
the good thing is we'll be in different boats. Us and Chelsea, we've lost against the champions, right? Because then, we look at it like, okay, everyone's taking
Yeah, it's different. It is against Liverpool that we've lost to. And I thought we were going to get back one.
If we draw, big. If we win, though,
But then saying that, we lost to Everton, right? Everton's a new squad this season. It's not the same Everton.
Very true. Right now, Everton, okay, us four are the team to beat, right? It's just that us two are playing against each other. So, obviously, now that's going to take a team out play. But I see Everton winning again this weekend.
Yeah, Everton.
Right. So Everton and Liverpool are the teams to beat.
Everton have got Palace, though, because got to remember, like, they've had some defensive shakes as well. Like, it's still the same defense. It's just their midfield and attack just looks.
Just their midfield and attack is scary.
It's nice. It's different. It's different. Their midfield is probably it's the best midfield.
I think Everton have got the best midfield in the league.
It's got to be.
It's the most well-balanced midfield.
Yeah.
And they've taken tactics out of it. They've keep it simple. Carl, when you're playing off the ball, it really is you're just playing you. You can tell a player, just go out and do your thing. All right? You say, Alan, what do you like to do? I like to take the ball, sir. Good. Dakari, what do you like to do? Me too. I like to kick people and take the ball. That's my boy. You just do your thing. And then what you're going to do? Pass to James Rodriguez. James is like this. You're talking about. And then, because he's not having to play to attack a player system, he just plays his balls. So they managed to just get into the flow real quick. Real quick.
It's true.
What do you guys think of tactics? How are you feeling?
Who?
I go with Tottenham.
Tottenham first.
Mm-hmm.
We need more signings.
Man said tactics is need more signings. I guess it's a tactic.
No, wait, right.
Deflect.
I'm going to try and play this. Wait.
How many players were there before Jurgen arrived? A couple. And when Pep was not happy with the 4 fullbacks that he had, and in the same summer he bought 4 fullbacks that he liked. And when he bought one goalkeeper like Claudio Bravo, and then he was not happy with Claudio Bravo, and the next season he bought Ederson. And when Jurgen is in the club and win absolutely nothing for 3.5 years, and he still has the trust, and he still has the confidence, and he still has the conditions to try to keep going, and probably this season they have a big chance to do it. But it's the first time they win a trophy. That's why I was saying before that in my next job I will be not starting a conversation with the club without knowing exactly what the club wants and what the club has to give in terms of structure and in terms of the club objective.
So when I hear that, right, he's already said it. both Pep, Jurgen had the backing of the board. Took them a couple of years to do it, and they got it. Mourinho's been there half a season, right? You can already see with this transfer window, Tottenham are about it, right? We're getting Reguilon, Doherty, Bale. We're still in for Skriniar. He's getting the players he wants. Højbjerg, he's still not his team, but it's his team, right? So he's implementing tactics with some players that aren't his players, but he's getting jobs done. Last 4 games of the Premier League, we went unbeaten. Last 5 even. So when you can see it working. Lo Celso and Ndombele, they're playing so well at the minute. If you watch the Europa League game today, smashing it. You can see what he's asking, but some of the players can't provide what he's asking. Like he's saying, Dele Alli.
This is what I've always said about Mourinho, because Mourinho, he's mentioning a system, or he's mentioning managers that play DNA football. These are managers that don't come in and say, give me these players because I'm playing superstar style of football. No. They say, give me these players because the football that I'm playing is so technical and so brilliant. Only superstars can...
Only these players
play that. Understand. But Mourinho, however, he's always implemented this. Look, I'm signing these players because they're either very talented, I see talent in them, or they're already at that level that I need them to play. However, Mourinho, he's on an individual basis, right? Like you say, if you can't come in and do the specific job this man asks you, you're out of there. And if you do what he asks you to do, your personal development will go through the roof because his personal management is fantastic. But team tactics, I've always said, I don't feel like it exists. But if he can get every 11 players under him doing specific thing that this man tells you, like he says, what's his name? Jaffa Tanganga. If he says, Jaffa Tanganga, I know you're a brave lad. I want you to be as brave as possible today. I want you to play as well as you train. I feel like this is what I don't know. That's what I just feel like this man said. I just never seem like it's not.
No, he does have a system. He does. You can see it. But the thing with Mourinho, even Harry Kane said, he came out and said no game's the same. He's got a system, but he's one of them where in the middle of the game, if he sees something, he'll bring a player off in the first half and he'll say, this game, I thought it was for you. It's not. I need to change it. He's not scared to do that. He'll change a formation. He's very game. He takes every single game.
But then this is exactly what I'm saying. So it takes out to actually be okay. So yeah, he has a system, right?
His system
is reliant on players.
His systems don't concede goals, but at Tottenham,
his system is reliant on players. It's not reliant on the play.
Mm.
You understand what I'm trying to say there?
No, I understand what you mean because the play is going to change every game, but the players need to do their job that he sets.
Yes, right. So if he was to be like someone like I say, just like Pep Guardiola, no matter what team he went to, he played the same football. This man's played the same football. Gegenpress, Klopp. Do you know what I mean? Like these managers actually have plays named after them. That's when you know you actually. Mourinho's was the bus, but then he's now lost it. This is what I'm trying to say. His age it feels like he's
only lost it.
The game has left him.
He's only lost it. Really think about it, right? His last 2 places, Chelsea and Man U, right? He won with Chelsea. He won trophies.
He's won everywhere. This man has won trophies everywhere.
With Man United, and everyone was saying this part of the bus with United isn't for them. But then
and do you know what I said as well? I said before Unai Emery, before Mikel Arteta, I would have loved to have him in. Why? Because he comes and fucks your shit up, right? He makes it sound like I'm trying to cut you up. It's not like I'm trying to cut you out, but I'm not, right. He's the type of person that he's fantastic to bring in. If you just feel like something is shaking up, he will release 11 players.
The guy will literally get rid of everyone.
No, he will.
Exactly, right? He will juggle it up and give you something different. But you know that when he leaves, whoever's coming in they've got something that they cannot work with. No one else can work with.
Yeah.
So, if you're looking to move forward, you see the guy, long term, nah. Short term, if you're struggling, bring Mourinho in, because this one will fuck your shit up and you're laughing. He will give you 50-50. He will do things that you'll be screwing over for the next 15 years, and he'll also give you something where you go, oh, Mourinho, Man United, for example, Mata was player of the season, and he turned him into pish pash, right? But he brought Pogba in.
Yeah. He brought Pogba in.
Chelsea, right? KDB, Mo Salah. However, however, this man still was winning things. You know what I mean? Like he does moment the blue, but he does something to equally level this out. Equally, Real Madrid. Man is the single reason why Cristiano Ronaldo was like, nah, man, I can't do this no more. This man gives me stress. Man's making me suffer from hair loss. Like, Mourinho is something. He is the chosen one, the special one. There's no one like this man.
Yeah,
but
no.
I think it is perfect for your situation right now. You have individuals. You have superstars. Not many people can manage so many superstars. Not many people can manage one superstar. Let alone you've got like four superstars that are going to be playing in the same 11. So I think that's your tactic, in my opinion. Man management. I don't see game plan.
I think we'll see everything in October. I keep saying it. Everything will expose itself in October. That's when late October as well, going into November. That's
November. Yeah, I was going to say November time. November's enough games.
Everton even as well. They look. I'd put them on top tier level. No, come November time, will they still be there? I don't know.
I think they'll drop off after.
Yeah, I can see him taking a couple losses, head loss, and then all of a sudden they're back to Everton ways. Obviously, Liverpool and Man City, they've just come in.
Yeah, of course.
Gung ho. The two lost. Man City lost twice to Wolves last season. They've already beat them now. That's already 6 more points. So.
Exactly. That's fair enough. Yeah.
What do you reckon to Chelsea?
So. We don't have a tactic.
Yeah.
Do you think Lampard's a tactic manager?
The guy doesn't know what he's doing with tactics.
I was thinking the exact same.
He has no tactics. He has players. He just has players. He has players. Like I'm looking at the formations that he's played. So he's played 4-2-3-1. They changed it again to 4-3-3. Then he's changed it to 4-2-3-1 again.
Saying that, you've got to remember, as an Arsenal fan, and I may not even have to tell you what you did, but remember last season why you won? You did it 2 games back to back. It was still in the first half.
What do you mean when we changed? We changed the formations?
So you did change formation, but then you made one killer sub. But this was a first half sub.
I don't.
So it was. I believe it was Jorginho that you brought on, for him to be able to see that and go, "Oh, okay." So Jorginho's gonna come in and cause a problem in this Arsenal team.
Yeah.
He came on within the first half sub, got a penalty, and also caused a red card. And obviously, like you said, gameplay men have gameplay, but tactics. I say that.
I don't know.
I think I was wrong in what I said with Mourinho. Mourinho, like I say, I'm definitely right. Game plan, he has no game plan. In my opinion, he has no game plan. Tactics, though, he's got the tactics. Because same again, the only team that we really lost to, in accordance to the big side, was Tottenham, and it was because they counter-attacked us. We don't know how to deal with that. If anyone has sense, play Arsenal on the counter-attack. Mark my words. Play Arsenal on the counter-attack and we're finished. because we're very poor at creating chances. That's why we have to rely on our counter-attack.
I'm just looking at the people that he put in.
I don't know why.
Brighton,
Tomori.
Brighton.
Tomori is
George,
a standout centre back for you. Every time I watch him play for Chelsea, I'm like, wow. You know that
it's just weird because he put Mount on the left. He's not a left winger. He's got Havertz on the right. He's not a right winger. He's got Loftus-Cheek, who just shouldn't be on the pitch regardless of where he's playing anyway. And then Christensen, Dedu, Kepa, Dedu. Like it was just weird. And then he went into the same game, Liverpool, which you're playing against the top team in the Prem, and you're not playing someone who knows how to score against them. Like Giroud, just put Giroud on the team. Have Werner to the left.
Very true.
I just don't understand why he's not put someone who knows how to score against a team like this. Put Werner in, who never played against Liverpool.
Because I even said to you, it's like he's already admitted defeat and he said, "Look, Werner."
Yeah, I think it really is one of those ones. True.
Get used to playing against Van Dijk and get used to playing against Fabinho, because later on in the season you're gonna have to try and score against these. So you need to find your feet. Because it's like you say, why would he not just stick Giroud on and counter attack, let him hold up the ball?
Just imagine that game. Imagine that game if we had, Jorginho passing it to Giroud just holding off and having two. He shouldn't have played Havertz. Should have had Callum Hudson-Odoi. Just imagine if we had Werner and Callum running off Giroud. Giroud gets it, passes it on. They're going. Like you think about it as well. They're both Trent and Robertson. They love to go forward. They fly forward. So imagine that, and then you just got them just going, right, okay, well, they're forward, so I'm going to go. Havertz ain't got the legs to run. Like, Mount ain't got the legs to run like them two have. Just imagine, I just don't, we could have won that game if we'd have played them two different. They should have just changed it around. That's what I'm thinking. I don't get.
The thing that hurts everyone is it's so early in the season with coming off of COVID. Match fit.
Pardon?
Pulisic.
Probably next game or the game after that.
So he was a Hazard reincarnation last season. Yeah. So
it's his injury that killed him.
Yeah. So he's even been out. That's what I'm saying. It's too early to start predicting and
too early.
November, that's when we'll be like, right, okay, this is a team. Like for everyone's team, it's just too
and even then, I would have to say late November, because I think it's either next week or the week after. We're back on an international break for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. So then, obviously, after international break, then the teams have to gel again after coming back. Obviously, they'll come back match fitness, but gelling wise, it's like you're still not really played together properly. It's a bit horrible.
It's weird. Obviously, with Kai, he's played 2 games on the right. I know it was Barnsley, but the guy plays in his position, gets a hat trick. And it just doesn't make sense why he wasn't playing.
It's not a coincidence.
It's not. Yeah, that's Lampard picking him in the wrong place and just going, I need to put him in the team, so I'll just put him on the right wing because he's playing there.
Yeah, because that's what I said to you. He's just playing players for players' sake.
Yeah.
Why is he
like? I just don't get it. He put Tammy on. Tammy goal, assist, 2 assists.
I even said that to you. I said, why? He changed the winning formation. Tammy was doing jobs. He was like, I've got faith in Tammy. I put all my faith in it. Tammy was getting game time. He was like Chelsea's leading man.
Man.
And then in the transfer window, he goes, oh yeah, Tammy, I bought this striker called Timo Werner. Tammy's at home playing FIFA with the 95 rated. He's like, and then he just sees him come in and he's already on the bench. He's not even done anything to justify being put on.
Not even like a compete.
He did nothing. Yeah, he literally did nothing wrong. It's not like he's had a proper bad. Like,
and if that's in his contract, then fair enough. But come on.
I just think, imagine like the Barnsley team, we had Tammy vocal point, Havertz behind him. We had Mount on the left. we played Mount because we didn't want to play Werner against Barnsley because we don't need him. We didn't need him for that game. But just think if you'd have changed that team around, had that team against other teams like Liverpool, could have played that team against Liverpool. Could have been a lot better than what we played. Like Havertz needs to be central. He had a lot of time to move with the ball, which he wants. On the wing, you don't have time to do what he wants to do. He wants to be in the centre where he can turn around and go, right, where am I putting the ball? On the wing, you ain't got time for that. Like if they're coming onto you straight away, he wants to be sat in that middle point where he can pick it out, and he got a hat trick, and it's his first senior hat trick ever. He's never done it before.
Wow.
And he got played in the position that he needed to play against Barnsley, but
no, you say it's against Barnsley. These teams come out with strength.
Yeah, they do.
Like, they come out like they're playing for their lives. So.
Yeah. So I just think play him in his position. Havertz gets goals, he assists. He settled Mount twice. Mount just didn't put him in the back of the net. It could have been 8-0. It could have been 8-0. So I just think played the right position, formation, Lampard, and then game over. Because that's all we were missing. I think we just weren't playing the people in the right positions, and it shows with the performances. We got lucky with Brighton. We got lucky with Brighton. He got lucky because James had come out and scored straight away. Yeah, he got lucky with that. As soon as because he scored, it knocked the wind out of their goal. That's the only reason we won. But
I think that's going to be the important thing now. Talking about tactics, the important thing about your two team, yours is playing the players in the right position to get the most out of them.
And that's what we need. We need.
Yeah,
that.
Same as Tottenham. Because Tottenham, you've got too many good players, but this is what me and you were speaking about earlier this week. We said Tottenham, they have got strength in the squad, but they haven't got depth. So when we talk about depth, we mean per position. They've got one position that's 5 players, then one position that's only got 1.
Yeah.
So it makes selection very awkward.
Yeah, like I don't know about I'm not really to Arsenal team, but Chelsea. We've got too many players. Like Lampard literally said, like people have to go. He's got too many people that want to start in the first lineup that he can't realistically fit in. Callum Hudson-Odoi probably going to go on loan now to Bayern. Bayern want him again.
Imagine going on loan to Bayern.
Bayern want him again. He wants to go.
Suspect there, right? Why is he not getting in Chelsea's team? Why would Bayern want him and he's not getting in Chelsea's team?
Very odd.
Bearing in mind, Bayern have got Gnabry, they've got Coman, they've got Lewandowski.
They've just put Sane as well.
Bro, why are they?
I don't understand it, but apparently they want him.
This is when I have to question Lampard's tactics and selection. It's just very.
Lampard isn't the only one that's done that, and that's the thing. That's what goes on in English football as a whole. Because I can't even point the finger at Lampard. Sancho had to go. Gnabry's had to go. Malen's had to go. Like, there's some top ballers that have left. And their talent even before they left was not questionable.
Yeah.
So what's going on in these setups? What are they saying? They say we need you to play the ball on the ground. If you start running with the ball, then just get out of our country. And what are these men saying to it?
I think with Callum as well, he wants to be the main guy now. Behind the fact of the matter is he's not going to be. We've got Ziyech, as soon as he gets fit, he's going to team simple. Yeah. And then I think the left wing is going to be interesting. Who we're going to play there, just because Pulisic end of the season he was running people. He was just running.
He has to.
He has to.
He had to play. And then obviously Werner, but then that takes away both Tammy and Giroud aren't playing because then Werner's in the middle. So, and then
Tammy has to go. This is the thing. He can't go on loan again.
Tammy can't go on loan. He needs to play. He needs to play for Chelsea or go somewhere else. Because it just doesn't. That's why I'm looking at the top 3. I'm like Pulisic, Ziyech, Werner, but we need Tammy in there. And then I'm like, how do we fit all 4 players in 3 positions? And someone's going to be left out. So I don't know. I don't know how we
might be.
Lampard's done a typical shopping trip to Costco.
Yeah, but obviously homegrown as well. So
Yeah. He has. Tammy, I feel like this is I'm just seeing flashbacks. That's all I'm seeing. I'm seeing Callum Hudson-Odoi going to Bayern and then thinking, you know what? Forget this. I'm not coming back. Boom. Another player that we've had who was going to become world class. Obviously, we've had so many. I think of all Premier League teams, Chelsea have had the best players, and then they've gone up. Lukaku. We had Lukaku. Lukaku, came to us, played a few games, didn't score. We're like, you've not scored. Bye. We had Sturridge before he became big. He was scoring. He went on loan. He came back. We were like, see you later. You're not good enough. Went to Liverpool. Was good enough for Liverpool. Obviously, Kevin De Bruyne played him a few games, let him go.
Mo Salah.
Mo Salah. Obviously, I do agree with the decision. He was awful when he played for us, but he was probably young and he just weren't ready. But there's all these players that I'm looking at, and I'm just seeing flashbacks. If we let Tammy go, if we let Callum Hudson-Odoi go, it's going to be a repeat.
It's going to be worse. It's going to actually be worse.
I just can't. Because Tammy scores, though. He consistently scores. So it's not like Lukaku or Sturridge where they played and they didn't fall into the scoring straight away. He's scoring straight away. And then
you've got the Drogba curse. Ever since Drogba, you've never had like a striker like.
Well, we had Costa.
Costa was a beast.
Costa, the Don. Costa's probably the only person that came in and shown that he knew what. Like he was scary. Defenders didn't want to play against him.
You had Morata, you had Higuain.
Yeah.
These men
had Falcao. We've had big people that come in and just not performed.
Filled the boots.
Yeah. It's just I just don't want to see Tammy go. I know that if these two people go, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Tammy go, game over. Whatever team they go to, they're going to build on it and they're going to become the best in the Prem. It's simple. I know it will happen. It will.
It's simple.
It's simple, really.
No.
So yeah. It's going to happen. It's not like I'm going, oh, could it happen? It will happen. If they leave and go to a team that's top team, they will run that team. They will be the best player in that team, and it's going to be GG for Chelsea. Another two players lost to a Prem side that's going to give them time. Simple, and it's just Chelsea. We do it all the time, and I'm glad the only person we've not done it is Reece James. Because if we'd have done it with him,
finished.
I'm glad we've actually put him in the team and started playing him. And the same with Mount. We've gave Mount a chance, and he's doing well. So at least we've done it to those two, but we can't lose them two as well. They need to play. I don't know how, but they need to play. They need to get enough time. So I don't know what we'll have to do, to be honest with that. It's not the worst thing to have. I mean, those options, but I feel like Tammy's not going to be willing to sit on the bench.
Exactly, yeah. So you got to factor in what they're thinking.
He's not willing to do
the worst options, but just about you.
Yeah, it's not that we love that. We're like, oh, we can bring on Giroud, we can bring on Tammy, we can bring on Callum Hudson-Odoi, but they're like, I'm not a bench player. I'm a starter. They are starters. Yeah, I'm a 90-minute player. Play me, but they're not going to get that ideally in a Chelsea squad. They're not. But the thing is, I don't know if Ziyech is going to play 90 minutes. I don't know if I see him as a 90-minute player, to be honest. I think
Champions League, he was ripping Tottenham up.
I just think I don't know if I see him as a 90-minute player, but we'll see. He's not played, so I can't really put a thing on it. But his first game, he set up a goal. I just don't know if he'll be a full 90 minutes player, but we'll see what happens in terms of that. But I just think Lampard's tactics are a bit shaky at the moment, but he's finding his feet. He's finding the right thing for the team and the players that he's got. So
we'll have to see.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next week on the top games, the results, and hopefully FIFA will be out and we'll be talking all FIFA. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks,
Peace.
everyone.